What's up, YouTube? Just want to do a quick video. Saw a couple people posting on Reddit and whatnot of how to wire in the horn. On such a quiet bike, it can be dangerous riding around with the embx9000 controller installed. I've had this one about 275 miles on it. Love it, but one big downside after spending close to $1,200 on it is that the horn doesn't work. And they just don't include it. But if you plug your original connector back in, this goes for surron talarias. This is the 2.0 E-Ride. But if you plug your original connector back in, figure out what wire connector it actually goes in. I took this apart just to see. This blue wire here is the sport and eco mode, and then this orange, teal, and gray wire is the regen settings, and then this wire is the turbo and horn button. I gotta figure out which exact wires those are so I can wire in. I'm gonna be taking just a traditional on-off kill switch kind of, or start-stop. This can be used for many different purposes. I took this off as a starter button off a KTM bike that I parted out, but just connects the wires, makes a complete circuit once you press down on it, which is what we want for a horn. So you don't want the ones that just click, kind of like the headlight. You don't want that. So yeah, I'll show you here. I have the key on. The button here works with the horn. So we're gonna wire this in somehow because I don't want this sitting on the handlebar just for the horn. This is for the version 2 connector as well. I mean, I know the version 1's a little different, but I do believe it's still possible if you just wired in to a 12-volt lead somewhere and ground it also out and then connect it back to the horn. But yeah, I'll check back in. You guys don't have to do anything with your EBMX app. They have 12-volt leads coming out of it, but yeah, don't need to do any of that because it's already set up this way. So. All right, so figured it out finally. I'm gonna turn the bike back here, the breaker. It didn't take too long actually. So I took this guy, stripped the wires down, and I touched them to the bottom two. I first tried the top two, and then the bottom two is what the battery's actually hooked up. So you see the color of the wire coming out of the horn, which is two blues. So I thought maybe it was the two blues, but it's the ground, and then it's this guy, which actually leads into it. I don't know exactly where all the wires go and how it exactly works, but I'm gonna I cut these two. I probably should have cut them a little farther back in case someone wanted to plug the stock controller back in. They're gonna have a harder time attaching when they're that close. But that's all right, because I don't think this thing will ever have a stock controller back on it. And if it does, someone else can deal with that. But yeah, so we're gonna twist these up, maybe drop some solder on it, and then wrap it all up in electrical tape, and then should be good. All right, got them all wrapped up. I had to take a drop of super glue on each of them. I've never done that. I know some people might think that's a terrible idea, but we'll see if it works. Wrap these individually so I don't get a constant horn by them touching. So wrap these individually, and then I'm gonna wrap it all together. All right, so get everything taped up here, have the bike turned on, plug it all back in. Make sure to tape up your ends, even the ones you aren't using, or heat shrink. Both do probably close to the same as good, but yep, got everything taped up here, looking pretty good. And now we have a fully working horn. When you press it, yeah, so pretty sweet. If you're on an E-Ride, just follow the steps I did. The version 1 connector and harness. Should be able to figure out some sort of way to plug it into the 12-volt battery. If you're on E-Ride, if you're on surron or talaria, just find your horn button, and then wire it into that. That's probably the easiest way. This is my KLX 110. I actually put a horn on back behind here. I can't really see. Oh, there you go. So I got that horn, and I would have done a video on this, but it's already all installed. But basically, you want to run your switch into, I believe I have it wired into Yeah, I have it wired into the positive lead when the switch is on here. So then I think it's not consistent 12 volt support, but anyways, this works too. So I'll just find a 12 volt connector somewhere and wire in your wiring harness. And if you're unsure, just look up a diagram on Google on how to wire something in like that. And then, yeah, pretty sweet. Now I got a fully functioning horn with the embx9000. Thanks.